Hello. A while ago, I played a game on this channel called Rusty Seas. It was a fun little arcade beat-em-up with scrap collection mechanics. This game from Don't Feed the Wolf was pretty good, and I've been looking forward to seeing more from this developer. More has come. This is Holiday Ice-spionage, the newest game from Don't Feed the Wolf, and is available for only $3. Listen, I got the Awoo's crop top shirt like I wanted, and all it cost me was my soul. So I am now contractually obligated to play this dude's games. Let us begin. Oh, and Merry Christmas. So basically, everyone ended up taking off at the same exact time, around the holidays, except, you know, we don't celebrate Christmas. So now we basically have to kidnap people in order to force them to join a holiday party. Oh yeah, and we're equipped with a freeze ray, so we can, you know, freeze them and push them into water. It's just a water gun, but, you know, it's cold enough out there. Oh, we're already starting, okay. Oh no. Get the f out of here. Oh, oh, this ain't good. Death. Oh, there's 4 stars. All right. Let's do this. So, I keep forgetting I can throw my gun. Because it's a projectile, you kind of want to try to keep your distance, but kind of controlling this is a little bit difficult. Oh, that's an enemy, okay. Oh. So during this section, I figured out how gameplay works in this game. Gameplay is simple. It's an arcadey game where you move and shoot in the direction you are looking. One major challenge is the ice you slide on. This ice makes it so moving precisely is a little bit difficult, but it also helps in another way. That being, you can continue moving while shooting in another direction. The movement feels good, surprisingly. Sure, it's on ice physics constantly, and nobody in their right mind likes ice physics, but at least it works to the benefit of this game. Especially when you lose your gun and must frantically chase after it in order to get it back, because when you take damage without your gun in hand... Oh yeah, and for some reason there's the ability to throw this gun, which doesn't give you iframes and is, in general, kind of useless. But when you use this ability without your gun, you do this little spin move that knocks down and away enemies while moving you a short distance, which can also act as a dodge. And finally, the enemies. There's 3 of them: melee attackers, projectile attackers, and tree throwers. Each doing different things, but they can all be frozen with your freeze ray. And when an enemy is frozen, they become an object that not only blocks movement, but also projectiles, including your gun. So the best way to play this game is to simply let the ice blocks pile up around you. Yeah, I just spoiled the whole game, but there's also 4 endings to get. Now go buy this game and get them. This is not a paid advertisement. So during this section of gameplay, what I ended up talking about was kind of my previous year here on YouTube. This previous year has been massive. Like, on top of the fact that it was like, you know, I got to meet with AG, the developer of this game and Rusty Seas, something I covered on my channel already. That was a big moment for me. But also, like, I got noticed for my Voices of the Void content. I've, you know, been improving massively on my video editing skills and everything. I'm like, I'm really proud of where this year has gone. Oh, and on top of that, I got monetized. So that's big. But it's like, I really am looking forward to this next year in general. Like, this year has definitely been an interesting point for me. It's been making me decide, what do I want to do with this YouTube channel? Like, I need to start making some kind of big decisions with regards to, well, what I want to do with it. You know, I'm monetized. I'm gaining subscribers at a pretty fast rate compared to what I'm used to. I mean, going from 200 subscribers, just under 200 subscribers at the beginning of the year, and now ending up at like 3,000, almost 3,000 at least. That is massive improvement, but on top of that, also monetization and whatnot. I need to figure out what it is I want to do with this channel. That's part of the reason why I decided to talk about this here. It's the end of the year, there's not a whole lot else going on in this game, so, you know, good as time as any to talk about this stuff. So yeah, definitely for the next year, I'm looking forward to a lot of things. See, this year it's been good, but it's also been a little bit rough. Like between job hopping and, having problems with work and trying to figure out what it is I want to do with my YouTube channel, I've also been having I've been having a lot of personal issues. Like, I haven't been too public with it because I don't see much of a reason to be so public with things. Just know that mental health has been the #1 major factor in me not making videos as much as I have been. See, I've been very indecisive as to what I want to do with my channel. I didn't know if I wanted to do like long-form video essays, highly edited video content, challenge videos. I had no idea what it was, so I just said I did all of the above. Basically, what happened was I was going to therapy because my mental health hit an all-time low, and that was actually earlier this month. I won't say when exactly, but it was definitely a time. I ended up basically sitting down and saying, okay, I need to actually, after a few therapy sessions, I was basically like, okay, I need to make a few decisions as to what I want to do with my YouTube and whatnot. Because part of my emotional distress was directly because of this YouTube channel. I'm not saying that it was overly bad. It was just, I personally ended up having issues with what is it that I want to create? And will people like what I have to create? Eventually, I just settled on the idea of, fuck it. If people don't like it, they don't like it. I'm making what I want, and if I just happen to make it a lot faster, a lot easier on myself, then that works. That's basically what the idea was for me personally, making these most recent videos. It's hard for me to do because I am a bit of a perfectionist at heart. I definitely have that nature in me to make everything as best as I can, but I can only do so much. I'm only human. Next year is also going to be pretty big for me personally. I have some big plans and expectations. Like I said, I have a new route with where my channel is going. The path for my channel is definitely going in another direction. Not exactly a bad direction either. It means more content for people. It means that I can hopefully make this into a job. That is my new direction. I want this to be treated as a job. I know that a lot of people are like, well, that'll burn you out, right? Yes, but that is why I am working on ways to prevent burnout. Burnout was occurring because I was overthinking things, so I don't want to necessarily, I don't want to do that again. I want to make sure that I'm creating stuff, even if it's not going to be my best work. Like this video. I mean, don't get me wrong, not a lot of people are going to watch this video, I have a feeling. This is a niche game for a niche audience, and if people from my viewership happen to go watch this video, then there we go, that's that. I'm finding ways to prevent burnout, but also make this into a job. I want to do something that I enjoy for a living. I no longer want to work in retail, so instead I want to work on YouTube videos for a living. And hey, I have that route open to me, so I might as well take it. On top of that, on YouTube, my lifetime goal has been 10,000 subscribers. If I can get 10,000 subscribers, I'd consider myself successful. So I'm I kind of hope to get to that 10,000 subscriber mark, honestly. My goal for this year was monetization. So getting that 10,000, I think that might be possible if I just keep working on things. But this next year, I'm going to be focusing on self-improvement and just in general having more fun, making this a job and trying not to burn myself out of it because, yeah, it was rough this year. I will admit that much. It was rough basically constantly being indecisive and constantly doubting myself. Yeah, no more. Fuck that shit. I'm out. I'm not doing with that again. And who knows? I mean, I've been doing some other skills in my spare time. For example, I've actually been obviously I've been improving on my artwork and whatnot, but I've also been learning how to program, so who knows, maybe I could be making some video games here in the future. Anyways, you've listened to me ramble plenty long enough, so what's the ending of this game like?